Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Troll Models here.
Yeah.
Tim and Corey. As everybody
Corey
knows,
Tim.
doesn't matter.
Or
And-
Corey Tim.
No, Corey Tim. My name always goes first. But as everybody knows, E3 is still happening. We just saw the first 4 conferences yesterday, and today we saw Nintendo's Direct thing.
Yeah.
Not really a conference.
Well, it was a conference. It just wasn't at E3.
It was they do these Direct things every year, I assume. And they did one earlier this year too, didn't they?
They just had like a little show kind of deal. But it was the E3 conference. It just wasn't at E3. They just did it over the interwebs.
Well, regardless, Wii U still sucks.
No, it doesn't. Are you kidding me? Look, I'm representing. You see this? You see this? Zelda.
Well, Zelda is my favorite.
You know, you got Wind Waker. You got Twilight Prince.
See, you don't even know.
Twilight Princess. You got Majora's Mask.
Alright, anyway, so we saw the first 4 conferences yesterday, and we saw a lot more from Xbox One and a little bit from PS4. So,
Honestly, like, we'll talk about the console war here for a little bit. But Xbox One versus PS4. All right.
okay, I'm going to say that before I saw the conferences, I was going a little more geared towards the PS4. Until I saw the conferences, I saw like maybe the Xbox One has a little bit more to offer. Each console has its ups and downs, but I would say the Xbox One has a lot more of what I want to see from video games, and just all around a lot more you can do with the console. I know PS4 said they wanted to have a strictly gaming console, but
I'm probably a little biased because like I've always loved Xbox, but in recent years I've been more of a PC gamer. So like I really don't care too much because most of the titles I don't want to play, like Battlefield 4, Titanfall, that I'm gonna pick up on the PC. Like that's just gonna happen. But from what I saw from the different conferences, like I really don't like the DRM thing with the Xbox, but it's not a big deal to me because 1, I always have internet, and 2, it's always connected. Like there's never a point where it's like, oh man.
so going to this always connected thing. PS4 not always connected, right?
Yeah.
That's what they said yesterday. And
That was like one of the big things that like everybody's like, oh yeah, PS4 won because it supports used games and doesn't have the DRM. But like the way I look at it, as a PC gamer, like used games have always been non-existent, and it's gonna end up that way at consoles. I promise that it's gonna happen.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, we still have torrents and everything on PC, and I'm sure people are going to find a way to do the same thing with games eventually. But a little bit harder on consoles, so I don't know.
But
It's going to hurt the mom and pop stores for used games, huh?
probably, but I don't really care. But it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm gonna have to go with the Xbox One just because from Microsoft conference, they had so many new IPs and so many new exclusive titles. Like Project Spark is probably gonna be my new crack addiction. And the reason why I say that is I was absolutely addicted to Little Big Planet. We both were addicted.
Yeah,
to Little
played the
Big
hell
Planet.
out of it.
As soon as we saw that, we just looked at each other. We're like, oh.
Yeah.
But Xbox One, there's just a lot more games that intrigue me. You know, with the PS4 conference, and E3's still not over. There's still going to be a lot of stuff on the floor that we're going to see. And
A lot of stuff I can't wait for. Hopefully games that they didn't show at conferences that I'm still waiting to see that I want to see more information on.
So, I guess, like, I don't know. My stance on it could be shifted, but from the Sony conference, like, okay, it was like all old IPs, like Infamous, Killzone, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. It just doesn't intrigue me. You know, Infamous was fun, Killzone was fun, but like even like Halo, like
We need to see more. We need to see more new content, more new IPs.
Yeah,
Exactly what we need.
It's the new generation. Like, why are we still doing old games? Like, I feel the same way about Halo. It's like, okay, I
Exactly.
love Master Chief. I love Halo. It's always been a beloved franchise. I will always.
343 is bringing something new, but we'll stick to the consoles for right now. I would say, okay, out of the Xbox One and PS4, Tim, what is your pick?
I'm gonna have to go with Xbox One for right now. Like I said, it's a gaming console. I want games, and the games that appeal to me are on the Xbox One, not the PS4. They didn't have anything that really caught my eye.
I would have to agree with you too. And like I said before, I wanted the PS4, but this time around, I said after I've seen these conferences, I'm gonna have to go with the Xbox One. Plus, they redid the whole Kinect and everything, and actually, a lot more of what we can do with the Kinect looks pretty awesome. A lot more we can do with Xbox Live, and plus Xbox Live is a way bigger fan base. So, say if you're not a PC gamer and you want to play, more Battlefield or something like that, you have a lot bigger fan base on the Xbox than you do on the PS4. But that may change with the PS4 coming out. As I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people gearing more towards the PS4. They say hardware is a little bit better in the PS4, but I'm still seeing a lot of lackluster games that I just kind of want to pick up on the Xbox One a little bit more. I mean, if you have any ideas, you can leave us a comment. Leave us a comment on below. Just tell us what you think. Tell us what your favorite console is, and we would like to hear more about that. Hear some feedback from that.
Make it a discussion, not a stupid troll
argument.
Low bullshit.
Or we will pee on you, and I will shoot laser beams out of my nipples.
It's gotta be a discussion.
Okay, so now we want to go to more of the other two conferences. I want to say EA and Ubisoft. They brought a lot more badass games, and I want to say, what are some of your favorite games that you saw on E3?
My all-time favorite game at E3 so far. It's not over yet, guys. It's not over. Remember, this is just day one discussion about the big conferences, because that's like the main thing.
So no Barbie, big conferences. No Barbie Island Adventure.
Yeah, none of that. All right.
No Hello Kitty Save the Day.
It's still early. We'll make another video if anything big comes out during the on the floor and all that. But most of the major releases have been shown in the conferences. But so far, The Division, hands down, like the best game shown at E3 so far. Like
it does look like a sick ass game.
Like that game just like I love Tom Clancy games. I love Tom Clancy stories, and I really hope that this game doesn't flop because it looks so amazing.
I like what they did with it too. Like they turned it into like an MMO style kind of game. And I noticed a lot about now these new generation consoles. They're trying to do a lot of massive multiplayer games in this. Like the Division looked freaking awesome, but then there was also that game the Ubisoft show that was the Crew. Yeah, coming out now. It's like they're really integrating multiplayer big time into these new games, and they're really doing away with like strictly single player games. I think this is a cool thing in our new era of time.
Yeah. I mean, and it all goes back to like it's what like I love single player games. Like don't get me wrong, but when you can have a single player game that like you have that single player story, but you can throw in your friends to play with you, like it just makes it that much better, in my opinion. Like if Skyrim would have had multiplayer, like me and him would have like no lives. Like that's literally all I did was play Skyrim for the longest time. I have like almost 300 hours logged into Skyrim. I know it's bad. It's bad.
I have 301, so I win anyway.
But it would be an insanely larger amount if it had co-op.
So games like Spark too. I've seen a lot more ever since Minecraft came out, and Minecraft was such a huge hit. I've seen a lot more games like that trying to come out. Like Spark's trying to come out and make a lot of user-created maps and everything. A lot of user-created like material trying to bring to the table. I think it's going to be a new thing that's coming out with this new generation too. And along with multiplayer and everything, like Minecraft style, then we have Spark. Now I'm gonna have to. You say your favorite game like that came out that was the Division.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say mine was probably Spark.
That's a close second for me, and that's because, like I said, like we said earlier, we were addicted to Little Big Planet. Like the things that people create.
And Minecraft, we're still addicted to Minecraft. We still play that for hours on end.
Hours and hours on it. But it's definitely a second close for me, and like I love it when game developers and publishers and stuff give us games like that where people create stuff, because people are just ridiculous. Like, I mean, some of the stuff in Little Big Planet 1, Little Big Planet 2, and even Little Big Planet Karting, they're just so over the top ridiculous and awesome. It's like, I love people. I love people.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so excited about Spark. Now, I want to talk about a little bit more of like, just get a broad spectrum of some of the other games. Like, what are some of your favorite games that came out this just give me a list of some of your favorite games that you saw that come out on this conference.
And like no real. Okay, well I'll put them in order. The Division, number 1 for me. Spark, number 2. We didn't really get to see a whole lot of Star Wars Battlefront, but I loved the Star Wars Battlefront games. Some of the best RPGs ever made. Pretty excited and stoked about that. Battlefield 4, of course. Well, actually, no, I'm going to take that back. I'm more interested in Titanfall. Like, I love Battlefield. I played Battlefield
You just want something different, huh?
Something new, something nice. But the Battlefield 4 multiplayer demo, when they were like running and jumping off the collapsing skyscraper, I was like, Whoa!
I know that I've never.
Crazy.
I think Battlefield is going to really amp it up this time around. I think a lot of people are going to be switching around from Call of Duty. I know Call of Duty Ghosts is going to be coming out, and I mean, I'm not going to be talking bad about Call of Duty, but I'm more of a Battlefield, and I'm more of a Battlefield fan, and that's kind of my style. But I'm going to have to say some of my favorite games that I'm really excited about this year are definitely, well, I don't think Spark's coming out this year, is it? But I know Spark's pretty much my favorite game that I saw at E3. The Division's right up there with it. But I'm still really gearing towards Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is good. It looks like a sick-ass game.
It's going to be fun.
A lot, really open world, a lot you can do with it. And, of course, I'm still excited for South Park.
Oh, yeah,
South
dude,
Park
the Nagisaki fart.
Just don't fart on somebody's balls.
That's awesome. Like, I love South Park.
That's probably one of my favorite games I'm looking forward to.
Matt Parker and Trey Stone have a lot to do with it. They have a lot of say in it, so it's gonna be awesome. Like, that's just all there is to it.
I'm still excited for Grand Theft Auto 2 as well. You know, Grand Theft Auto 5 is gonna be one of the best games probably that's gonna be out this year. I've been so excited about it since they announced it. And I know that's still on last generation console, but I'm so excited for that game. And there's a lot of really great games that we saw. A lot of good The bad thing about the PS4 is we didn't see too many exclusives for it.
You had the exclusives, but they were mostly old IPs.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean,
Final Fantasy Spawn and all. I know there's a lot of Final Fantasy fans that love seeing so many more games from that franchise. But to me, that RPG style feels like it's kind of dying out a little bit.
I mean, I don't know. I prefer more action. Like, I still love like those type of RPGs, but I've been more into like action style, like Dragon Age, Skyrim, stuff like that. But the only Final Fantasy game I'm looking forward to is Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn, and I'm an MMO junkie. Like, I love MMOs. And I played Final Fantasy 11 religiously for the longest time. And, the first release of Final Fantasy 14 just sucked absolute balls. So, like, Realm Reborn is probably the only one I'm looking at. Well, getting off topic. Sorry. But that's the only Final Fantasy game I'm looking forward to.
Still, the PS4 one game I really will look forward to is it's definitely going to have to be Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
I've always been a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts, and it's really great to see another one coming in. I knew they were going to announce one. I just knew it was going to happen, and I'm pretty excited about Kingdom Hearts 3. But it's going to be a while before I play, so I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be sticking more to the Xbox One when it comes out. But why don't you tell us what your favorite game is that you saw at E3 so far, and leave it in the comments below. Just kind of get a little explanation. Remember, it's just a discussion. We want to know what your thoughts are about the games you saw, and what was maybe your favorite exclusive. Now, what I want to talk about now is more of the Nintendo conference.
Yes.
I know. It wasn't really a conference, but
all right, because it's probably gonna be a lot of flack, like, oh, you were just talking about old IPs and how you don't want to see these old games and all that. But Nintendo's like, dude, okay, Mario, Zelda, like all of them, they have a special place in my heart. I want to see those games.
I think it is because from our generation,
I grew up on them. I mean, as you can tell, I have like 5 million Zelda things, and
Zelda is by far my favorite franchise. I'm on crack today.
Use your words.
I've been swallowing them. But my favorite franchise of all time is definitely Zelda.
So excited for the Wind Waker remake.
The Wind Waker remake.
Wind Waker, yes, Wind Waker.
I know that is your favorite Zelda game of all time.
Everybody's like, oh, Ocarina of Time's the best.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, Wind Waker is the best.
My two favorite are definitely Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. But now we can get a little off topic again, especially talking about Zelda.
It happens.
Nintendo, I was really worried about Nintendo coming into this E3 this year. Because,
Nintendo can make the shittiest console ever, but so long as
they still make the funnest games.
So long as they give me Mario Kart,
Zelda,
Super Smash Bros, anything Legend of Zelda, Super Mario, like the Super Mario 3D World was like awesome. Like, oh my god, like, it's gonna be fun.
It does look pretty fun.
I don't know how else to explain it other than it's awesome. Like,
the one thing I do have to give Nintendo is they make great family-oriented and great party games. Especially when you're really wasted trying to play Mario Party. I'm not gonna lie, that's a blast. We've done it many times.
It's very fun. It's very fun.
The one thing, we do have a new Zelda game coming out for the 3DS. It's a little bit different than what we're normally used to, but I would say it does look pretty fun. One thing I am kind of disappointed in that I have not seen yet and I don't think we're gonna be able to see this year. Yes, that's my phone.
Put your phone on silent next time.
Suck my fart. But I am very excited about the Wind Waker remake, and the graphics of it do look pretty beautiful.
Oh yeah,
and even on the GameCube, it looks
because it's just the art style of it.
Yeah.
Like it's a really beautiful game, and like I love the open sea.
But one thing I am very disappointed about is I did not see, a whole new game in the franchise. I wanted to see, when the Wii, when they showed the Wii U, when they first showed the power of the Wii U, they showed that little clip of like what it could do with Zelda, and that got me.
It looked bad.
Oh man, I sprung a boner for 4 hours. I had to go see a doctor.
Whether or not it was like an actual game or just a clip they made has yet to be seen, and we'll find out shortly. They said I think they said that they were gonna have another like gaming deal, like conference kind of type deal here in the future, pretty soon. Like I don't know, maybe they'll show more stuff. Who knows?
I'm hoping they do bring something like that. We did see a lot of cool games. The 3DS, they're definitely bringing a whole new slew of games to the 3DS. And
Nintendo has the best portable console. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is fun. And I'm not
the 3DS. Like I've always had the Nintendo handheld console, and like they've always been amazing. Like they don't disappoint. I mean, sure, it's not gonna have the hardcore games and all that stuff. But,
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about some of the games that are coming out on the 3DS. And another big one is Donkey Kong Country. I grew up playing Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo, and I bought the new one on the Wii U. The Wii. So now they have a new one coming out on the Wii U, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to play it, and I probably will end up buying it because I've always been a Donkey Kong fan. But of course, the big game that we saw at the end of their Nintendo Direct, the one that everybody's probably most excited
about. Super Smash Bros.
Exactly.
Yes.
And what I've noticed this time when I was watching this Nintendo Direct is almost every game that they brought on the Wii U, they made like a version of it for the 3DS. And
it's pretty cool.
I think it's a cool idea. And so now they showed the first little clip of it on the 3DS, and then they brought it to Wii U. And I think that's a cool thing that they're doing. So if you can take it out on the road with you, and you can still play your Super Smash Brothers. And playing Super Smash Brothers on a handheld console, still can't talk. The crack's still wearing out. But I think it's a pretty cool thing that Nintendo's trying to do. But I still want to see some more hardcore games from Nintendo. The only bad thing is their hardware. I think they came a little too soon with the Wii U.
Yeah, this is going to be a major issue with it, especially with, the consoles using, higher speed processors and different types of processors, like the 86-bit architecture. It's going to make it harder for publishers and developers to code certain games over to the Wii U, especially like
since
the ones
the Wii U's not as powerful too. I mean, they're still going to have great games like Watch Dogs and stuff like that, Batman Origins.
But those are all this generation consoles, not
that's
the
the only
stuff is going to be really hard.
That's the only bad thing. I mean, we're not going to be probably not going to be seeing no Battlefield 4. Or, I don't even think Call of Duty is going to be on there.
But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not buying a Wii U to play those games. That's why I have a PC. That's why I have my Xbox 360, my PS3. That's why I'll have my Xbox One and my PS4. It's not. Like the Wii U is for Zelda, for Mario
for those games that we grew up for, the games that we grew up with,
Nintendo games that have like inspired us into the gaming generation. Like it's just that's what my Wii U is gonna be for. Like that's the whole reason why you get it.
I would definitely have to agree. Now we're just gonna summarize it all up for E3 this year. I would say every time so far because we still have a lot of games on the floor to see.
For any PC fan, Half-Life 3 can still be revealed. It's probably not gonna happen.
We'll see.
But if it does, I will jizz my knickers. That's for sure.
Alright. Well, I would definitely have to say that every time a new console comes out, though, that year in E3 is definitely a huge thing.
It is. And I love it when new consoles come out because this is when you see the flood of new games, new IPs.
Yeah. You're
not just these stale games like, oh my god, another Gears of War, of course I'm gonna buy it and play it. Another Halo, of course I'm gonna buy it and play it. But I want to see new stuff, unless it's Nintendo. Just keep making all the old fun games, Nintendo.
That's exactly what I'm excited for too. I mean, we've seen a lot of great games already. I mean, I'm eventually, as the years go by, I'll probably end up having an Xbox One and a PS4 like I did with the PS3 and Xbox 360. But I'm so excited about a lot of new games that are coming out, and I'm excited to see that they're trying to go in a lot different areas in these new games that you don't see.
You get more entertainment
Yeah.
out of it. Everybody's like, oh, well, Microsoft just wants to have a TV thing and all that. I'm like, it still plays video games. Like, they're just making it a PC now where you can do more than just playing
It's
video
an all-in-one
games.
system. It's
awesome.
an all-in-one system, and
you get more out of it. You know,
Yeah.
when even the PS4, they're toting all their music and movies and all this stuff. Like, I enjoy that. Like, I don't understand why people are so up in arms.
And people are
about
getting
it,
people are getting a little too overexcited about the price between the two. I mean, remember the Xbox is going to be $500 and it comes out in November, but then they say the PS4 is going to be $399. But what they fail to include is that the sensor that you have to buy for the PS4.
Well, you don't have to buy it, but like, I mean, let's be honest, we're gonna buy it.
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna buy it, and
it's something that you're gonna want to use.
And it's $60. So
you get there's a $40 difference in between them.
You're almost paying $500 for it anyway.
Like, the way I look at it is I'm getting more tech out of the Xbox, and that's what I want is more tech and more games. So that's why I'm leaning towards the Xbox. And we're not bashing the PS4. Like I said, I will have it because there are going to be some games I want to play. You know, I'm going to want to play The Order. That looked pretty cool. Like, that was one new exclusive for the PS4. I'm going to want to play that. You know, they're going to come out with some Little Big Planets. I'm going to play that, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, there are exclusives to the PS4.
This is going to be the first year, so I mean, you know, we're going to be seeing just a lot of, you know, just new titles like this. But as the years go on, we're going to see a lot of amazing games, and hope.
And no one can say who won the console war yet because it's still early on. Like, come on,
we really won't know until the consoles are out. But this is our thoughts before they release.
It's going to be a few more years. Me personally, I'm leaning towards the Xbox One. I'm probably not going to pick them up at launch. Like, as much as I want to,
I probably will.
As much as I want to just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go buy a console at launch. Like, console launches, they usually have shit-tastic games.
I'm worried about that. What I'm worried about is the problems with consoles.
Yes.
I'm worried about the problems with consoles.
Yes, the bugging and stuff. Like, everybody's like, oh, the red ring of death and stuff. Well, yes, PS3 had their issues with the yellow
Xbox
light
360 had a lot of issues.
But I feel like I would rather wait. And because, like I said, like, the first few games that are coming out, like Battlefield 4, you know, Titan's Fall, stuff like that, like, it's going to be on the PC, and I'm going to pick it up on the PC because I prefer to play shooters and stuff on the PC. That's me.
Yeah. So you would say that so far you're leaning towards the Xbox. The Xbox One is your favorite so far. And your favorite game happens to be The Division.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to say I'm leaning towards the Xbox One as well. And my favorite game that I've seen so far is definitely Spark, because I love those games where you can just go out and create.
Yes, and creating is awesome.
And so we've seen a lot of awesome games so far, and I know there's more to come. We'll probably make another video explaining more about this. But if leave us some of your thoughts on the comments below about E3. Tell us what you thought about this year.
Well, but before we end this, who do you think had the best conference?
I don't know. It's hard to say. You know.
For me, I'm gonna say Ubisoft.
I'm gonna have to say Ubisoft too, because they have a lot of great games.
The crew drew me in. That was pretty awesome. You know, I definitely want to play it. Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs is probably one of my most anticipated games.
I don't know anybody that's like, oh,
South
Watch
Park.
Dogs? Who doesn't want to play Watch Dogs?
And one that we didn't probably mention that not a lot of people probably think about too much, but I'm kind of excited about the new Rocksmith.
Yeah,
as you can tell, I play guitar, so I mean anything has something to do with that, and that's made by Ubisoft. And I think the conference as a whole was a lot more laid back, and they just
was it Mighty Quest for Epic?
Yes, that does.
That's gonna be awesome.
That definitely looks like an awesome game.
That just looks like a really cool game.
Rayman. I mean, Rayman's also a good.
Yes, Rayman.
A good franchise has been around for years.
Rayman, like every game that Ubisoft put out, I was like, I'll probably pick it up, except for Rocksmith. But like, it's like, I know. All we did was play Guitar Hero and Rock Band for the longest time, and like it's starting to die out now.
I know a franchise you don't really like, but I've always been into since day one, since the very first one came out.
What?
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I will probably end up picking up Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
The story just really gets me.
This is a good story. I just could never get into the game.
But Ubisoft just brought a lot of great games.
Yeah, like I just said, every Ubisoft game piqued my interest. Like every game, I was like, I can buy. Even Assassin's Creed, and I don't really care for them. I'm like, pirate ships, yeah. I'll totally play it. Like, of course.
All right. Well, this has been the Troll Models.
Well, I just want to talk about one more thing.
God damn it, Tim!
Just one more thing. What did you wish? What did they show? Did they not show at the conferences that you really wish they would have shown? And they might show it on the floor. We don't know. But what was like? What do you think? Like, what do you wish that they would have shown in the conferences?
I'm probably gonna say I was really hoping for some kind of new Zelda on the Wii U. That was probably my biggest wish, and I was really hoping to see something in Nintendo Direct about a new Zelda on the Wii U. That was my biggest thing I was hoping for.
For me, and this would have like heavily persuaded my PS4 versus Xbox One, like which one I wanted to buy first. It would have been Last Guardian. Like, oh my god!
I've always been a huge fan of Ico.
I heard so much stuff that they were like, Sony's finally gonna say something about it, and like I was so pumped and excited for it, and I was like, totally gonna get a PS4 if it comes out first.
Yeah.
And it's one of the release titles, and they didn't even mention it. And I'm like, oh,
I was wondering where that game went to.
I still have hope. I still have hope that they are gonna release it, and maybe they'll put it on the floor. We don't know yet. Like I said, it's still just. Well, we're mainly just discussing the first day with the big conferences.
Yeah.
You know, the floor is still a whole other thing. We'll probably put out another video Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, because there's still some games I'm hoping to see on the floor. Like, there's this game called Fortnite. You know, I really want to know more about that. And there's a lot of games coming out on PC. There's a lot of new MMOs coming out that I want to check out.
For me, Rainbow Six, like, I hope they put it on the floor. Yeah. Like, the new Rainbow Six, like, I've always loved the Rainbow Six franchise. It's fun. I hope they put it
I want to see some more MMOs that are coming out. What is that one I was saying? WildStar. And I want to see more of something like WildStar. It reminds me of like more of vanilla WoW style. Both of us played WoW for years.
Yeah.
But after a while, it just got dull and boring. So I'm hoping to see more on WoW.
Daily grinds. Stop with that shit. If anybody that makes
I want to see a harder
MMO.
I don't want to see somebody running around in epics from killing a fucking squirrel. God, yeah. But this has been our discussion about what system we're looking more towards and what our favorite games were this year at E3 so far. We'll probably put out another. We still have a lot more to show, and we'll probably put out a new video.
We'll follow it. We'll post shit about it.
Yeah, we'll have our official Troll Models game pick of the year for E3, and we'll have more to follow. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to us rant about random shit. Like I said, and get off the topic a little bit. But go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us what you think your favorite game is, your favorite console so far. And tell us just what you wish you would have seen at E3. So this has been Troll Models signing out. Deuces.
That was super gay.
Fuck you.